Welcome to Lela discussing Game of Thrones. I am your host, Lela. This is my co-host, Riley. Today we will be discussing Oathbreaker. An interesting title. First thought, I just realized when watching the opening, did you notice the stag is still on King's Landing? Every Baratheon is dead. My mom kept shushing me because I kept saying, #new dad, because Davos is a dad now. It cracked me up that Davos and Melisandre returned to the room, because can't you imagine, like, when they left the room, Davos being like, oh, and Tormund being like, I told you so, man, I told you so. And then Davos was like, oh shit, I left my wallet in the room, I gotta go back. I have, like, only one stamp left to get some free froyo. And he goes back to the room, and then he sees, like, ooh, naked Jon. And then Mel has to go back to the room, because she also left her froyo card in her wallet, which she also left in the room. She also only has one stamp left. Imagine Davos and Melisandre getting froyo together. Quotes from my mother. Yeah, they'll really freak out if you show up at the top of the stairs butt naked with your dog. She also kept saying, where is that douchey man? Where is the douchey man? Sam and Gilly. It's an interesting contrast to the books because, Gilly was sad the entire time in the books on the boat because baby switch, but luckily there was no babies to switch. Oh man, I was so excited by Tower of Joy. And the entire time we were watching it, my dad was like, who are these people? Why are they fighting? And my mom was like, David, we're finding it out at the same pace, okay? And then I was like, they're in Dorne. And she was like, where are all the men in Dorne? Why do the women keep murdering each other? When Bran was like, he stabbed him in the back, my mom was like, and now we'll stab him in the front. Interesting things. Old Man Tree said to Bran, you won't be here forever. You won't be an old man in a tree, implying that he's only training Bran for some future important events that he knows about that Bran does not. They never say anything like that in the books. I mean, in the books, as far as we know, he wants Bran to replace him in the tree. Like, they never imply that Bran's gonna leave. Of course, it's similar to the Arya thing, where we hope that the person will leave the training and go take back Winterfell and shit. But, like, as far as we know, Bran's gonna be stuck there forever. Although, I mean, with Arya, I can see the faceless old people trying to keep her there. But with Bran, like, what's the tree guy gonna do? Shake his roots at him as Bran hops along off. The entire time I was watching the Daenerys scenes, all I could think was, just join the old lady club. All I wrote for the Varys scene was, Varys. Love it. So during the small council scene, my mom said about Pycelle, when is he going to be thrown from the highest parapet? And I was like, fuck. Because book readers know that Pycelle does die. But must Kevin die too? And of course Kevin was like, treating the Lannister twins like they were little babbies, which, I mean, they're little spoiled babbies. He was like, whatever guys, I ain't taking your shit. And Qyburn is control of the little birds now, so instead of Varys killing Pycelle and Kevin, it's going to be Qyburn killing Pycelle and Kevin, which annoys me because the whole fun of Varys killing Pycelle and Kevin in the books, I love Kevin, I don't mean to say it like that, but the whole fun of it is that knowing that Varys is still, like, in control. He's still got the spider web going on. So I feel like changing the murderer with that makes it way less fun. But I'm a Varys fan. Varys all the way. Okay, funny parallels again. When the High Sparrow was like, smart men get smart counselors. And Tommen was like, my grandfather said that once, but without the god. He's referring to the scene where Tywin is like, fuck, we can't have another Joffrey. And Tywin's like, hey, Tom, smart guys listen to their grandpa Ty. And Tommy's like, yeah, I guess so. Where's my cats at? And Tywin's like, stroking his evil cat, Dr. Evil style, if you know what I'm saying. Also, what's with this weird evil dictator trying to take over the world? Fucking High Sparrow shit. Also, here in my notes, the next scene, the Umbers, I actually talked to Carissa about this at length. It sort of makes sense for the Umbers to help House Bolton because they like killing shit, but it sort of doesn't, because I feel like they would still be stubborn and wanting to try to kill the wildlings by themselves. They don't seem like they would just, bow to people, obviously. Lord Umber, the new Lord Umber, feels the same way about bowing to people. But I was saying to Carissa, if Ramsay's going to make the rounds, or if he's going to gather more Northmen to his side, in the books this was done earlier when they had fake Arya, and the entire reason that the Glovers and the Manderleys and all the folks joined up with the Boltons was that Ramsay was like, we're House Stark now, I have Arya, and then Manderley and all the people, they're always like, they talk about Ned's girl a lot, well, we gotta help Arya. We must swear our fealty to Arya. So, if the Northmen join up with Ramsay for stupid reasons like wildlings and shit without, but Ned's daughter, I'm gonna eat a brick. Like, with the Umbers, it sort of makes sense because they were always crazy and just, killing shit for fun and eating crows or whatever the fuck. But if, the Manderleys join up without so much as a, hey, how's Sansa doing? How's Sansa doing? I'm gonna call so much shit on everyone's face. Other notes on the Ramsay scene. All I wrote was, Rickon? Shaggy? What the fuck? So when Maisie Williams said, I think it was a month ago, a couple weeks ago, that Rickon was gonna show up, I was thinking there's gotta be some big reveal at the end of episode 7 or 8 or some shit where Rickon shows up at the wall it is I, Rickon. And then Shaggy Dog goes, arf, 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 arf. And then Asha goes whoosh, because she also takes off her hood, just for fun. And then she's just Asha sass. Asha sass. Why does Ramsay have Rickon? What the fuck are they gonna do? What about Davos? What about Manderley? What about Wex? What's going on? I don't understand. What the fuck? Jon looking all of the people that he's about to hang in the eye right before he nooses them. Stark as fuck. Stark as fuck. Also, my mom was like, I don't think they should kill the kid. He was so peer pressured. And I know that when you're a kid, you do dumb stuff when you're 12. We all did dumb stuff when we were 12. And peer pressure, it can make people do a lot. But murder is fucking murder. Kill the kid. Why the fuck is Jon leaving the Night's Watch? Why the fuck? Okay, in the books, his biggest character arc, his biggest inner debate of his little Johnny soul is Night's Watch versus his family. Who does his fealty lie with truly? Honor, Ned, the Nedness within him. Because, Ned actually had the same struggles. Not with the Night's Watch, I mean the, do I tell the truth about Joffrey and let my family probably die? Or do I lie about shit that was really important to my best friend and then save my family? See how that worked out for Ned, which is the point with Jon. How well it would work out with Jon. And I have a quote here. I did what I thought was right, and I get murdered for it. Ned Stark. I mean, there's a reason that he said that in the same episode where they showed baby Ned. No, baby Ned. Because the Ned is strong in Jon, even if he is not his son. As the Tower of Joy flashback confirmed. When Dude Man was like, we are protecting our prince. I was like this. By the way, when they showed Shaggy Dog's head, I was just like, and then my dad was like, what was that? And my mom was like, shh. Oh my god, I was like, Arthur, did you just say that you have a prince in your tower? Arthur Dane? And then Bran's like, huh? And I'm like, Bran? And Bran's like, you're right, Lela. I'm gonna leap into that tower. And I'm like, yeah, Bran. And then, old man fucking crowfooty little tree man's like, Bran, don't leap into the tower. We gotta do math after this, and then there's geography. You have so many lessons to cover. Do you even, know all the capitals of Westeros? Do you even know algebra? Come on, we got so much material to cover. And Bran's like, we're gonna fucking climb the tower, we're out of time! Ned! And of course, Ned. That's Ned thinking he hears the song, the sound and the voice of his son in the future, but then realizing it's just his horse farting, by the way. I really wish they had done the Bran Theon scene, though. I guess they still have time for that. What was I complaining about? Oh, yeah, Jon. His whole thing, his family. And the whole reason he leaves, well, he sort of leaves. I don't think he leaves the Night's Watch necessarily. I don't remember because I've only read it 5 times like a year ago now. Jon left because the pink letter. Fucking little shit Bolton. Hey, Jon, I got your sister and shit. Oh, Winterfell. Oh. And then Jon's like, fuck this shit. Oh, sorry, Gamma. Jon's just, oh, I'm really sorry. It's a really high stakes show. Jon's like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna take back Winterfell. It's not about the whole name thing, because Stannis was trying to make me lord of it. It's not about names and titles. It's just about protecting the home that raised me. I gotta protect my fam. The memories of all the dead sisters and shit that I don't know are secretly alive. I gotta protect the fam. Who's with me? Yeah! What's the point of him leaving just like, y'all, I'm bored now. It's like, you stabbed me. I don't like that, That was just so rude. I mean, I killed the people that did, I guess. It's just like, I don't know. I'm just bored of you guys. And like, I want to get laid some more. So I'm just gonna go, I don't know. Maybe I'll just like travel the world. Maybe I'll like, I don't know, I just rescue Rickon, I guess. I don't know. Bye, guys. Listen to Ed. Ed's cool. He knows what's up. Bye, Tormy. Bye, my new dad. And Davos just... I wish they had shown like a close-up of Davos with like, I have lost another son. He just wants to be Jon's new dad. Hashtag Jon's new dad. Things that annoyed me the most. Jon leaving for no reason. The thought of Ramsay getting supporters for no reason. Although I did love everything about the Umber dude. Umber all the way. Which Umber even was that? I need to look that up before I make recordings like this so I can look more intelligent. Qyburn, pretending to be Ferris. Who do you think you are, you little shit? Who do you think you are? And then Jaime's insulting a gigantic zombie to the side of his face. Really, Jaime? Actually, that's really in character for Jaime, I guess. But it's like... In the books, he's developed more than they've shown in the show. They haven't developed Jaime very well in the show. In the books, by now, of course, he's dumped Cersei, and, he's being actually sort of nicer to people. And then everyone's like, why are you saying all these nice things? You're such an asshole. And Jaime's like, why did I even try? Why did I even try? But I am excited for Jaime to leave and go to the Riverlands because it's been confirmed we're getting more Tully action. That's right, little man. Fish. He likes fish. Maybe. He definitely likes birds. Interestingly enough, speaking of birds, Rob and Aaron in the preview for the next episode. That's going to be interesting. Jorah and Dario do some weird made-up escape. Next episode, that's gonna be, I actually don't really care that much, except the dragon should show up and eat people by now. That'll be cool. They're gonna kill off Kevin and Pycelle soon, though. Rest in peace. Until next week, the Royal Walrus of the Lela. Last thoughts? I forgot to mention the episode title, Oathbreaker. Is Jon an Oathbreaker? Is Sam an Oathbreaker? I think the biggest Oathbreaker is Arya, because every time she says I am no one, she is lying so hard. She will never be no one. Oh, and of course Ned. Technically. Helped kill his king, I guess it counts as oath-breaking.